Great evening, people.
Have you ever been a part of a team that had 5 4-down stops?
Oh, wow. That's how many it was? Yeah, man. We have a high standard for how we play the game defensively. We call it style of play. And I think when it's 4th and 1, that's really where you get a chance to show it. I think we should have had one more. It was real close. I'm just saying, I'm a little biased. But, man, I'm proud of our guys. It really shows our culture. I think nobody wants to be 3-10. Is that where we are now? 3-10. Nobody wants to be there. But not all 3-10s look the same. And what I mean by that is nobody wants to be in adversity. Nobody wants to be in a storm. Nobody wants to be in situations where things aren't going the way that you want them. But you can either lay down in those times or you can show up. And I think when you look at how we play the game defensively, just go back and look at our entire season, but especially these last 3 and 4 weeks where the odds were stacked against us. Like when you turn the tape on, if there's no commentating, just go watch the film. And what it shows is, like, you would not think you're looking at a 3-10 defense. And that's a testament to our front. That's a testament to our second-level guys. That's a testament to our back-end guys. That's a testament to our coaches. That's a testament to the culture that's being built here. And I'm proud to be a part of it.
I don't want to take anything away from past coaching staffs or rosters, but does that feel different than it did in some Decembers past when you guys were not necessarily high in the standings?
Man, I've been in this game for 14 years. And so in 14 years, I've seen 14 different seasons. And the thing that I can tell anybody, young, old, is you play the season that's in front of you. You play the game that's in front of you. You play the play that's in front of you. And I think we're doing a good job of that. All the breaks haven't gone our way. But as a whole, as a unit, we're continuing to show up. We're continuing to put the work in. And like I said, nobody wants to be in this situation. And this isn't the hand that you want to be dealt or the hand that you want to deal yourself. But as far as our coaches, as far as the players on this team, man, I couldn't be more proud to be a part of a group and coming out and fighting the way that we did. On the road, you got to bring your defense, you got to bring your special teams. I thought our special teams did outstanding. You know, they started us off fast, gave us advantageous field position most of the day. Defensively, being able to get 5 4th-down stops. And I'm going to just keep saying it should have been 6. And then our offense, man, just running the ball well, making some big 3rd-down plays, scoring in the red zone, putting some big drives together, closing out the game. It was just great complimentary football. And that's, to be the type of team that we want to be, that's how we have to play football.
I like your comment on 4th and 1, just see there and the different gaps so bad.
Man, that was fun. I think it starts with the front. Anytime you get a 4th and 1, it's really just, when you hear the game is won in the trenches, that's what it's talking about. It's our defensive line versus their offensive line. It's like who gets that first strike. And I think because our D-line got such a good push, the lineman couldn't come off, and I was able to shoot through, and it's just, one-on-one with the running back is like a layup. So that was a fun play.
Do you have an assignment you have to follow on those, or do you get to make an educated guess about where you think he's
You never want to be guessing in football.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good. But generally, as a middle linebacker, I'm going to be fitting somewhere between the tight end and the running back on the play. I think that just simplifies it. So find the tight end, find the running back, and as a middle linebacker, generally I'm going to be fitting somewhere in between there. And I think on that play they end up creating a 3-by-1. So 3-by-1 just means a tight end and 2 receivers. And so at that point, I got to keep my eye on the tight end. I got to keep my eye on the running back. And I seen the running back going downhill. and it was just a little bit of a crease that I could get through there. And like I said, because our defensive line, who's been playing outstanding, our interior defensive line, I think if you just watched them over the past couple of weeks, they have literally shut down all running between the B gaps, and teams are forced to throw screens and run tosses and X, Y, Z. And so there was a little sliver of opportunity, and I was able to get through there and make a play.
I'm going to try not to belabor the point too much on this. Like, I know there's 40 guys who had an impact on today's game.
Yep.
But when a quarterback makes like a really spectacular play late in the game to give y'all a lead, does that mean something to the team? Knowing that stuff?
Oh my gosh, quarterback play in the NFL is premium. It's paramount. That's why those quarterbacks who get those big contracts, they deserve every dollar that they get. Quarterback play is the deciding factor when offenses and defenses are evenly matched. I think it's very hard for a quarterback to just stand in the pocket and just try to beat defensively, beat it defensive like the game of old. I have a ton of respect for all those quarterbacks that did that, but I just think the pass rush is too dominant today, and the schemes are too complex for a quarterback to just be able to beat you in the pocket. And so the quarterback has to be able to read the defense, of course, and think quickly and do all those things, but the quarterback got to have some extra sauce too. They have to be able to keep plays alive with their legs, and they got to know how and when to run. It may be a run to keep the play alive. It may be a run to get the first down. And it may be, when you look at the team we're going against, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Baker Mayfield. And what separates him is that he knows how and when to run. And I think that's why their team has been successful. I think you look at the past 3 or 4 years, they won the division is because of quarterback play. And I think that was a difference maker for us today. We had high quarterback play. Very, very proud of the way, and I thought Chuck did an unbelievable job, and to date, that's who he's been. So.
The ball gets punted, minute 56 left, you gotta go on the field. Like, what's the messaging? Like, what are you telling people at that point? Like, what was the kind of mission for that group as they go on the field meeting this stuff?
We've been waiting for it as a defense. We've been waiting for a 2-minute drive to be on us the whole year. That was the first one we got, and so we were ready for it. It's just been a long time coming, and it was interesting that it ended as fast as it did, because most times 2-minute drives don't end that quickly. And so, kudos to us. We've been able to execute, but we've been looking forward to it. So it really wasn't. It was like a dog licking his chops.
But, that is the ideal scenario. It ended on 4 plays.
Well, it ended on 4 plays. Was it just a 4 and out?
Yeah,
Man, so you gotta understand, like, coming off the field, a lot of times, you just dialed in 1 play at a time, and I don't never look at the stats and all of that. So, man, that's interesting that it was just 4 and done. Yes, that's the ideal situation, or take the ball away, but that just doesn't. That rarely happens in the NFL. We know how close of a league we play in, that any Sunday it can come down to any play, and especially in those 1-score games, it goes down to the wire. So we've been, like I said, we've been waiting on a situation like that as a defense the entire year. And it's great that our first one went so well.
Going back to Tyler, what impresses you the most about him as a rookie quarterback?
I think he has that. He's shown to have that it factor. What is the it factor? I don't know. What is that thing that separates, some of our top quarterbacks in the league from the rest of the guys? It's that savviness to make heads-up plays. Like, one of my favorite plays with him last week, it didn't go that far, but he was about to get sacked and he dumped the ball off to the tight end. Like, to have that level of ice in your veins, to make plays when, plays are could be dead in essence, to save a play, to extend a play, to make big runs and big moments, big third downs, to be able to turn into that pocket passer that can read the defense quick and get the ball out. To have that diversity is what I believe that any franchise needs to be successful in today's game. I just don't think if you don't have that guy at that position that you're gonna succeed. And so it's been great to see him make those plays, and we need him to continue to make those plays.
How much of the work you guys did in the first meeting, short yardage situations, you think carried over today, whether it was a confidence thing or just like a blueprint for?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
How much of the work that you guys did in the first meeting with like the goal line stops, do you think carried over to the game today, whether it was like confidence in your guys to stop them in those situations, or an intimidation factor, or anything like that?
I don't know. I think we take a lot of pride in our style of play, no matter who the opponent is. It just so happened to be that the last time we played them, that we stopped them on a 4th and goal, and we had them on another 4th and goal where they probably got in by some inches. And then today, it was 6 opportunities on 4th down to pull off a stop. And so, you could say they drew the short straw, I guess. But we don't, it's not necessarily them. You can pull out tape and see us doing that against other teams as well. And that's a testament to the guys. I think you don't make 4th down stops without great interior defensive line play. And a lot of those plays, like, we're getting great, play on the edges. Grando with 2 TFLs. Last week it was Kool-Aid came up with a big 4th down stop. So that's just the style of play. That's just how we, I take a lot of pride in teams not being able to go straight ahead. Like, you're going to have to figure out a wrinkle on the outside to get yards.
Do you like playing in the rain?
It's like being a kid. One of my favorite football memories was I was in probably like the 4th or 5th grade, and it was me and my cousins playing 2-on-2 football in the rain. And every time you tackled, it just felt like a highlight, because somebody would go and slide 3 or 4 yards and the water would go everywhere, and it just felt like you knocked somebody out and their helmet came off and their pads was flying everywhere. That's what it looked like, because the rain was splashing. And I just remembered, like, I wanted to savor that moment, because that was like one of the most fun moments that I had had in my life. And I probably had already fallen in love with the game, but I think that made me like, I want to be around this game for the rest of my life. And so when you get those little moments where the rain is coming down, it kind of takes you back to that, like, why you started playing in the first place. And it's just the joy of the game. And I think one of the guys even said that, it might have been Kool-Aid, and he was just like, man, it's like being a kid. We're just playing football. It's like being a kid and playing football and having fun. And I think we have that level of closeness with our group, that's what you see, like I said, when you turn the silent tape on. You see our body language. It's like a bunch of guys having fun. And no matter what our situation is, there's a unique bond that's continuing to show up. And I think that's what I'm proud of, to be leader in a locker room that has that, because you can't buy that.
You feel that this team's getting better with each passing week, right? Like the way you just described, the time with a lot of this team's getting better with each passing week, right? The season ends.
You can say that. You can describe it as that. I would describe it as we're putting the right ingredients in the pot. Our head coach leads us with toughness together, joy. I think toughness comes from the way that we prepare, and especially being mentally tough. When you're 3-10, you have to have a level of mental toughness and resiliency to continue to show up with the edge that we do. I think togetherness What you haven't seen, what you see in some teams when things start going left is a bunch of finger pointing or guys go to clicks or be a bunch of stories and all different type of stuff starts to come out. You haven't seen that. That's because we have togetherness. And then it's that joy element. The greatest joy comes from when you're able to put the work in and get the results, and it starts to be momentous. And I think that bled over into our entire team today. I think defensively, for like I said, the past few weeks, we've been able to put together some dominant performances that we were really proud of, and we were able to have that momentum and have that joy. And I think today it just bled over to the whole team, and that felt really good.
How has your head coach helped you on that this year?
Kellen's got ice in his vein. He don't change. You know, win or lose, he comes in the same. He's the same person every day, and I think that's as human beings, you respect that more than anything. You may agree or disagree with somebody, but when somebody's the same person every day, it's like, okay, I can rock with you because I know you're not going to change up on me. And that's how he's been. He's been steady. He doesn't flinch. I thought he did an incredible job of just play calling today and put us in an advantageous position to win the game. I got nothing but good things to say about him.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it.